Kyle, we need to talk to you directly now. Kyle, this is a big moment for you. You find ways to lose these games. What do you have to do differently, Kyle? Here's what you like to do. When you get tense, when you get nervous, when you're afraid that you might lose a big game, I think you transfer your anxiety to your quarterback all the time. I think you do it. I think you've been doing it for years. When you press, they press. And when you press, you don't really let the quarterback play the position. You start telling them what to do. Hey, the ball should go here. The ball should go there. I called this pass against this coverage is supposed to go here. And you lose trust and confidence in the quarterback's agency, in the quarterback's decision making. And all of a sudden, the quarterback just becomes an extension of you because you don't trust. You're a controlling coach. Don't do that, because you're the guy who says to Brock, ball needs to go over the middle 15 yards, no matter what. Your quarterbacks force more passes into the middle of the field despite the coverage than any team I've seen because of you. You're always telling your quarterbacks that they need to throw that pass there no matter what. And if they don't, you chew them out. And if they get picked, you throw them under the bus because they were. I mean, how many times did Jimmy Garoppolo force that pass over the middle because you said it was going to be open? He threw a pick, and then after the game, you'd say, yeah, you got to check that down. Don't do that. It's not fair to Brock. He's really good. Trust him. You called him one of the best decision makers you've ever seen. Trust him. Tell him before the game, hey, we're not forcing those passes in the intermediate level. Check it down. And then don't force him to throw those passes into the intermediate level. You do that. We've heard that. Like when Nick Mullins was the quarterback, when Jimmy was the quarterback, they could complete passes and you'd flip out if it wasn't the one you wanted. That kind of thinking today is going to lose the game tomorrow. Please don't force Brock Purdy to throw risky passes like you do. I guarantee you the Lions are waiting for those passes over the middle. They've done their homework. They're not stupid. I know you're expecting them to blitz a lot. Maybe they will, but I doubt it. I know you have a game plan ready for the blitzes in case they come, which is fine. But please don't lead Brock Purdy into disaster. I feel like you did that against the Baltimore Ravens. That team was vulnerable against the run. McCaffrey had a great game, and you came out throwing. You were pressing. Brock Purdy pressed. He melted down. And I think you guys have a lot in common. You guys are both really hard on yourselves. Anxious people. So don't transfer that over to your quarterback, man. He's 24 years old. You got to be the calm one. You got to be the one who makes sure he doesn't make the mistake. Because again, if the Niners lose this game, it's going to be because your quarterback. And if your quarterback makes a mistake, it's going to be because you freaked him out and leaned on him and told him to throw passes he shouldn't. So set the tone, Kyle. Make sure your 24-year-old quarterback plays a cautious NFC Championship game. He's never made it through one of these. He played one last year and got knocked out in the first drive. The only time you've won an NFC Championship game with the Niners, you called 8 passes and ran there every other time. So I'm not saying kill Brock's confidence by not passing ever, but easy does it. This is not a Brock Purdy virtuoso performance game plan. Okay? This is understated Brock. Okay? Understated Brock. Not like 8-minute guitar solo Brock, but like just power chords Brock. 2.5-minute Ramones Brock, not 15-minute Pink Floyd Brock. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Understated Brock, and that's on you. Don't get caught up in the conversation about Brock Purdy. Just win the freaking game.